I just realized this week that Lisa is 10 months old and still doesn't know how to properly touch a target. And I'm really disappointed in myself because I should have trained this months ago, but for some reason I didn't, and I have no idea why, but today I'm going to fix it. So today I'm going to show you my training session with Lisa to teach her how to touch a target. But first, we need to make sure that she doesn't do any unwanted jumping. So you saw there that I clicked with all 4 feet on the ground, and hopefully if I do that enough times, whenever she looks like she's about to jump, then eventually that habit will be gone. And so to teach your dog to target, you're going to need a target stick, or you can use your hand, and a clicker, and your dog's favorite type of reinforcement or currency. And in Lisa's case, that is always the Frisbee. So get those things, and then let's get started. Meet Lisa. She is a Labrador, and I am training her to be a well-behaved dog. She sometimes jumps and barks, but at the end of this series, she will be a well-behaved dog. This is Training Lisa. So I've been working with Lisa a little bit this week on targeting, and she is starting to get the hang of it, but isn't quite there yet. So what I've done is I've put the target in front of her nose, and when she goes near it or touches it with her nose, not bite, I click and give her her reward. The reason why I'm not rewarding the biting is because that's undesired for a target. You just want them to touch it with their nose. And targeting I prefer much more than luring, so it is a surprise that I haven't taught her this yet. Because with food right in front of your dog's nose, like you would do a lure, your dog's too focused on the food that it takes them longer to actually process what they're doing to get that treat. Whereas targeting, their brain is constantly working while they're following the target, and it makes it so that they learn things faster. And so hopefully I can get this taught to her soon, so that instead of luring, I can change over to targeting. Good. So right now she's really just showing interest in it. Some dogs will get this faster than others, but that's okay. Just go at your dog's own pace. You saw there how she reached for it a little bit more, and I like that, so I'm going to click and tweak for that. But you may have to start where you're practically touching your dog's nose. I did with Lisa. That was good, Lisa. And work your way up. So you'll just slowly get farther away from your dog's nose, and then eventually you'll get it so that they can follow the target stick, and that's how you get behaviors from it. And it's a really nice tool to use. And like I said, you can do the same thing with your hand. A target stick's a little easier for longer distant things, but if you're just teaching your dog to sit or lay down, your hand is a perfect target for your dog to touch. So, and it doesn't have to be your hand, it can be the top to a yogurt container, or even a sticky note. Lots of people use sticky notes because you can stick them on things, so you can teach your dog to close the door with their nose or their paw with a sticky note. And you also can teach your dog to also to touch a target with their foot. It's just instead of, there we go. Instead of holding it up by their nose, you would set it on the ground, and most dogs would be curious enough and start pawing at it, and that's when you click and treat. And I'll try to make a video on that soon. There we go. I like how she goes for it, but so far I haven't really seen her touch it, so hopefully this next time when she comes back from getting the Frisbee, I'll get her to touch it instead of just look at it. I don't think she actually touched it there, but I clicked, so I'm going to give her the reward. Good girl! Yes! See, there she touched it, and so I said yes too. I like doing that because it shows more enthusiasm to the dog and shows them that that was the right answer. That was really, really good. Not just a click where it's like, yeah, you did that. That's good. See, now she's starting to touch it more. And so I'll move to just rewarding for touching, not looking at it now. And targeting can be used for a lot of things. It can even be helpful for teaching your dog to stand still, and that helps a lot for visits to the vet because you can have your dog focusing on touching your hand instead of the needle that the vet's injecting into her. And so it can make your vet visits a lot more pleasant if you practice. So this is a really good skill for your dog to know, and you can use it in a lot of different situations. Yes, good girl. And always end a training session on a high note. So since she touched it and I like that, I'm gonna give her a big reward, a nice long throw of the Frisbee, and call it a night. So I hope you enjoyed watching Lisa learn how to target. I also have another video out on how to teach your dog to touch a target, so you can watch that. I'll put a link in the description below. And I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next video.